Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at a piece of AV gear that, well, it seems to be rewriting the rules for HDBaseT.
We're talking about the Aurora HT-TC1-Pro transceiver.
Exactly. And our mission today is to figure out how this one little box handles uncompressed 4K 60 video over, 330 feet.
And more importantly, what that name transceiver really means for the people actually installing this stuff.
Right, so that's the key word, isn't it? Transceiver.
It is, because, historically, integrators were just trapped. You had to buy and stock separate transmitters or TX units and receivers, RX units.
So completely separate boxes for sending and receiving.
Completely separate. And if a job suddenly needed 3 transmitters, but you only brought 2, the whole project just grinds to a halt.
Yeah. Okay, let's unpack that. For our listeners, the person managing inventory or on the job site, what is the ultimate impact of this one-box solution?
Well, it's not just about stocking one less model number. The real insight here is how it future-proofs your inventory.
So you're always ready.
You're always ready. You walk onto any site with a box of these, and it doesn't matter which way the signal needs to go. You can even reverse the direction on the fly, which opens up possibilities that just weren't practical before.
That flexibility is impressive. But let's talk muscle. We're talking about pushing 18 gigabits per second of data.
Uncompressed 4K 60 4.4.4.
Over standard category cable up to 100 meters with no latency. That's a huge challenge.
It's a massive engineering achievement, and because it's uncompressed, you get 0 artifacts. The picture is completely clean, which is critical for, medical imaging or detailed design work. Just pure fidelity, 0 lag.
Okay, but if the performance is the muscle, I think the sheer elegance is in the power delivery. Let's spotlight this bidirectional patent-pending POH.
Right. Power over HDBaseT.
But traditional POH is just one way, which adds another layer of planning you have to deal with.
Exactly. This is the first series that lets the user choose which side to power from, but they took it a step further.
How so?
You can actually power both connected units from a single port of a standard PoE switch.
Hold on, but if we're using a single PoE port for everything, aren't we creating a potential bottleneck? Or, a massive single point of failure?
That's a great question, and it's where the design is so smart. The system manages the power budget intelligently. For most installs, you can just forget about external power supplies at either end.
So fewer points of failure, not more.
Precisely. And this is a TAA-compliant product made in the USA, so it's built for those high-spec, mission-critical jobs. It comes in at $1,398, which positions it as a premium utility-grade tool.
All right, so moving beyond video and power, we have to talk control. This thing is clearly designed as a complete connectivity hub.
It really is. I mean, you've got integrated 1Gbps LAN, full 480 meter DPs USB 2.0 with directional control.
Which is perfect for creating those wired, super reliable huddle rooms.
Exactly. And all your control CEC, RS-232, IR is managed through a built-in web server.
And on the audio side, they make a pretty big claim about ARC, the audio return channel. They say feeding it to Dante or a local output is a first. Why is that a big deal?
It's a big deal because of workflow. It removes friction. Before, getting audio back from a display's smart apps into a networked audio system like Dante meant you needed other boxes, other converters.
More complexity.
More complexity, more cost. Now, that audio loop is it's native to the transport layer. Plus, you have options for 2 or 8 channels of Dante built right in.
This all seems to be building to the automation story. The optional ReAX IP control engine is based on JavaScript, right?
And that, right there, is the biggest systemic shift. Because ReAX is integrated, you no longer need an external proprietary control processor for your system.
So for the listener, this changes the whole skill set.
It totally changes the skill set in the procurement chain. If you know JavaScript, you can program system-wide automation directly into the network hardware. Your AV transport device is becoming your command center.
So to wrap this up for you, we've seen extreme flexibility with the transceiver concept, simpler installs from the bidirectional POH, and just uncompromising performance with uncompressed 4K.
So here's the thought to leave you with. Given this integration of a standard language like JavaScript directly into the hardware, what does it mean for the future when the line between the transport device and the control system completely blurs? If your AV extender is also your automation server, what external control hardware do you really need to buy next time?